Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? You cannot go.
baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Wow. Today is Friday. And we made it here on time. Thank you guys for showing on up. These are my friends here. Sanja Watts is in the building. Danielle is in the building. Miss Dee Dee, Bev, and Lisa Calhoun. Woke the God is here. Lisa Calhoun. And Tina Powell. She said, I'm here. All right, you guys. So we were talking about Cairo and who all think that, like what's going on. And the more that we, I sometimes think about these babies, and I don't think that the family knew, like, there's help out there. If you reach the right audience, you can get some help, But I guess, if they think that this girl didn't have a problem, I don't know. I haven't talked to nobody today because I've been very busy, just occupied in all kind of stuff. What's that? Sorry about that. Anywho's, that's how life is. Things happen, and some people think that just because it doesn't affect them, And like, oh, the world does still go on. I tell you guys all the time, the world's going to revolve whether or not you're in it or you're involved in it. You still got to keep it moving. She said, I'm having trouble with internet problems too, Bev. You're not the only one. It stormed yesterday, and a lot of electrical and the internet is really messing up. I couldn't even hardly get on. I'm just happy to be here today. So today's Friday. Happy Friday to everybody that made it through the week. Some people they didn't wake up. She said, "Can I have some of what you eating?" I'm eating something. Girl, this is just some tater chips. This is my dinner for tonight. Some tater chips. Anyway, we'll get her done. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that no more. I just had to eat something. Terrible. But I'm drinking water. That's the good thing. I still got a lot of stuff to do. I've got to wash clothes. I got to wash dishes. I got to dye my hair. I'm dyeing my hair today. I got my hair done. I mean, down. So I'm gonna dye my hair. And shoot, I'm going to work tonight. You got to keep going. Motivation. She said, I'm eating potato chips too. Hey, girl, that's dinner. I'm pretty sure. I thought I was gonna get me some stamps, and I didn't get none. So, I ain't went to the store. I'm trying to hold my money, my little bitty money, trying to double up on some stamps, which ain't gonna happen. It look like. Oh my goodness, I'm not mad. Hey, I thought I was gonna get a come up, but evidently, things work and happen for a reason. So don't nobody be sad today. Don't make this a sad day. Make this a happy day. Okay? Let me tell you guys something that I found out last night, real quick. This has nothing to do with Cairo, but I want to share it with you because sometimes we don't know how valuable life is, and we don't know how important we are. So, I'm not going to say the name. We'll just say KP. Okay? The guy's name is KP. So, I got a resident named KP, and this resident's been going through some things. I told you guys, whatever. But anyway, I look at this resident all the time, and he's hollering, he's screaming, help, help. And he calls out his wife's name and all this other stuff. And he's young. He like 57, 58 years of age. And his wife comes and visit him and everything. And, he always want to eat. And he's hollering and screaming and put him in his wheelchair. He's like, push me. And people say, nah, not no cheeses, girl. I don't even like cheeses. I'll eat them, but I don't buy them. So I kind of thought to myself, I said, I wonder, did she marry him like that? Because he's still young. Did his wife marry him? And he's been like this his whole life, I don't know what his diagnosis is. I didn't look, because that's kind of strange to go in people's thing just to be nosy. But, I look at this person and I'm like, he's yelling all the time and, and walking around, eyes all bug-eyed, and, he really just, he's out of it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he can talk to you, sometimes he can't talk to you. And he knows what's going on because he'll be like, don't be touching me, and I want to call my wife, and I'm going out for ice cream. But, I mean, he's in the facility because he can't just, because he'll just go somewhere and be lost. I don't know.
and this, and and he's got issues with diabetes and you name it or whatever. But anyway, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, and I look at him like this. I be like, wow, he's young. He's not old. He's young, and he's got a wife. She said eating Pooh Bear's Ritos. And I'm like, did she marry him? Cause this is, and knew already he had all these issues. Cause I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have done that. And so I was talking to somebody that knew the history last night about this case, and she told me, she said, no, he wasn't always like that. And I was like, okay, because his wife gives him sugar, some kiss, some loving. She comes in, she kisses him. I would even have a problem kissing him because slobber, and they just, when people have problems with mental, they start looking that way. And not only that, they don't control the snot. And, I mean, it's almost like a baby or something. You just really have to love that person to understand what I'm saying. You'd be like, oh my God, whatever. But anyway, she told me that he has kids and he has grandkids. But he had a daughter that was walking down the street with her boyfriend, and a car come from out of nowhere, slams into his daughter and the boyfriend. Just, it could have been a drunk driver or somebody just lost control or a medicational condition. I don't know the facts about that, but the car lost control, hit his daughter and the daughter's boyfriend, and killed both of them on impact, right? And killed his daughter. And you know what? He lost it. He lost it. You know? And I kind of was like, wow. Like, he couldn't believe what had happened. She didn't deserve to die. She was minding her own business. He didn't know who he was anymore. Just the shock of his daughter's dead. And now he's, he knows his name. He knows how old he is. He knows his wife. He knows his kids. But his function level is kind of like I can't diagnose him, but it's almost like dementia. And if you deal with people with dementia, like one day he's in and one day he's out, one day he's in and one day, and you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me. So people sometimes, and I have to tell people, people be like, oh, that ain't gonna never happen to me. Oh, it can. It don't have to be something that's hereditary or genetic. It don't have to be, that this is going to happen to you because it runs in your family or it's slowly developed. This happened to this man almost overnight, and they just couldn't take care of him. They got a life. They got to keep going. They got to get him help. They can't watch him 24/7. He walking out the house and hollering and screaming and yelling and peeing on himself and trying to eat everything in the house and don't care and just doing stuff and being combative or something. You think you can handle something like that all day, every day, all day, every day? And then, when I go to work, you gotta do that times 15. I got 15 residents with that same mindset. So, yeah, it's a lot. and he wasn't deserving of it. So that just goes to tell you, like, we're talking about a mindset of the world, the whole, the whole situation at one. Like, Cairo's mom is something like Tina was saying, you know, what triggered this, because everybody was saying that they didn't see nothing wrong with her. They didn't see the signs. There some red flags. She just loved to go here and go there and go here and go there. But when did her playing around with tarot cards and casting spells and demons and stuff, when did that become from a dream and a scheme of things and a come up to now her reality? And then she took out the kid. You know how sometimes people say it's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between real and non-real or non-realistic things too. Very thin line. Sometimes you can play crazy, end up crazy. Sometimes you play dumb and end up dumb. You know what I'm saying? And dumb things happen to you because you're trying to play a role and now you caught up in it. So, or just by the fact some kind of trauma situation happens and you can't snap back into reality. You just can't. You know? When she told me that, and I said, how do you know? You know what? He told her. He told her that's how he ended up in the situation that he was in. And the wife confirmed it. That's what happened. He never got over the fact that his daughter got killed by a runaway car or a drunk driver, or I don't know how they lost control of the car, but the car hit her on impact. She died, and it hit her that hard. That's crazy. She said, sometimes I kiss my client on the forehead. It's not all the time, but every now and then. My clients be wanting to hug me and kiss me all the time. I be like, ugh. I'm serious. I mean, I care about you and everything, but I'm not that type of person. I really not a huggy person, kiss and stuff. You know, people be like, oh, I want to hug. I be like, no. Because when you're gone, I can still smell you on me. So, no, I try not to get close to people because I got to come home and then I got to strip out of my clothes, and I don't want to bring nothing home to my husband or my grandson. My son came over today. We got some little stuff done. We didn't get a lot done. We got little stuff done, but got my taxes done yesterday. And like I said, trying to get my lawnmower, I got a flat on my lawnmower. My riding lawnmower got a flat, so I got to get another tire on there, and then we're ready to go. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. She said, since COVID, I fist bump. Yeah, you got to do that. People tell you their stories all the time. I got this one client. I think she's probably like 89, 90 years old. She told me she was a sex maniac. And I was like, get out of here. I see all the wrinkles in the world. Look like a flat tire. I'm looking at them. Their skin texture is like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like a really good, very good treaded tire, but it's all wrinkled up like it's on a flat. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying, but she's like, yeah. She said she had a problem with it. Even when her husband didn't want it, she would jump on him, and he, if he, you know what I'm saying. So older people will tell you their life, and they're not telling it to you so that you can talk about them. They're telling you their life. Maybe something that they've done in their life can help you. Help you to understand this world. Help you understand that you complaining about where you at right now. Oh, honey, don't complain about where you at. You're in a good place if you can even complain about it. You know? Remember when I got mad at my school and I was just really mad. I was like, the Lord had to pull my little chain and say, slow down. You acting like you not blessed. And I had to regroup and go, I can be mad, but okay, it ain't nothing. It ain't the end of the world. Quit acting like it's the end of the world. You're not even acting like you're a Christian. And I'm not like a Christian like what everybody expect me to be. Well, Christians do this, Christians do that. They like to say, well, if you're a Christian, why you do this or to do that? That Christian ain't like, you know what? They don't know. They don't know. Oh, they think they know. They'll tell you, oh, I know what a Christian's supposed to act like. Let me tell you something. A Christian is nothing but a person that believes in the Son and try their best to do everything in God's delight. That's it. Didn't say they're gonna do it, but they at least try. And they keep that a focus. Whether they miss the point today or tomorrow, they do it. Whether they smoking weed, laying up with this person, told a lie, stole something, they're still a Christian though. They still believe in the Christ. Christ-like. They're trying to live their life like Christ-like. Sometimes you do, and sometimes you're not always going to do that. You're not always going to do that. You're not always going to make the right decisions. First thing we want to say is they're a hypocrite. They're a hypocrite. Don't mean because they missed the mark they're a hypocrite. They don't have to prove anything to nobody on this earth. They only got to talk to the Father about it, and He'll work it out. He'll change them when it's time. They're not going to change because you looking at them and go, why you do this? Why you do that? I can just hear y'all right now. I'm looking in the chat. I can hear y'all right now. Why you do this? Why you say that? You Christian, why you say this? Why you do that? That's because we're human. And we gonna make a lot of bad decisions and mistakes. But if you try to figure out the mistakes other people make, you're gonna be okay. Now why? When it happens to you, you'll be able to understand and move around a little bit better. My mother would always say exactly what Sandra Watts is saying. If it ain't hit you yet, just live a little bit longer. You'll figure it out. Wait till it happens, and then come tell me how you figured it out. Tell me what did you do when it didn't work out the way you thought it was gonna work out. Yeah. I'm almost done with these chips, you guys. Dinner. I didn't have breakfast or lunch. I was laying in the bed and taking care of business over the phone. I think I got 2 more. That's it. These are the crumbs. Hold on. Ooh. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. So, I yeah, I thank God for even the things that's happening, you know, they don't have to be what you thought it was gonna be. It don't have to be. But it's gonna work out. It just didn't work out the way you thought it was gonna work out. And that's what y'all need to just leave it alone. Y'all want God to be the co-pilot and y'all want to be the pilot. I say y'all, me too. I had to sit back and like I said, you know, I really wanted to for I don't know what reason, we get stuff in our head like, you know, um like say for instance, Wichita State. Wichita State ain't all I mean, it's okay, but it ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a football team. They ain't ranked number one in nothing. I mean, it was just they gave me a chance of my nursing uh thing a long time ago. Well, I don't owe them nothing. They don't owe me anything. So I wanted to go back because I'm like, since they gave me a chance, then they good people. That don't make them good people. That just, you know what? I paid for that chance. I paid them the money for the classes, which they wasn't supposed to. So, but whatever. She says, SP, I got to owe you an apology. Remember yesterday when I said it was the anniversary of Cupcake? No, it's in October, not April. Well, girl, I wasn't worried. I was not worried. Because, see, in April, I probably would have remembered if it was in April because April is one of those months I just don't even, I just try to stay to myself. You guys, we're halfway done with this month. It is April the 12th. And I am so happy. But anyway, you remember I told you guys that Wichita State was going to grandfather my AMPN so I wouldn't have to take it. So if I transfer to another school, were they going to still grandfather my AMPN? Well, sometimes you get to a point in life, you don't care if they grandfather it in or not. The Lord told me, don't even worry about it. When I went yesterday to the school to ask for them to, for the transcript to be an official transcript sent to me or to the school, my advisor that got really nasty with me over the phone, he was right at the front desk as soon as I walked in. I said, oh my goodness, when you're trying to do good, not have no confrontation, you don't even want to see nobody. You just want to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Transfer my records on over there and I'm out. Pay whatever money you need me to pay and I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I mean? As soon as I walk in the door, he's right there at the desk. I say to myself, whenever I'm trying to do good, evil is always present. Okay, so I walk up to the counter, and he's acting like he's in full conversation with this lady that was over on the phone. He see me, I see him. He kind of ignores me. I ignore him too. Because, I was going to speak and say, hey, how you doing, Jeffrey? But why would I have to when I haven't done anything? Like, you would speak to me before and make a way to speak or say good morning or whatever. But now you acting like you don't even exist. That's how you know he's mad. So I say, I need to talk to whoever about get my transcript over to another school. The lady says, okay, fill out this, and it's going to be $11 charge, and you have to send you to the business office. I said, okay. I filled it out right there. I didn't go sit down or nothing. I just put my name, my address, da-da-da-da-da-da, and he sits there and act like he's on the computer. Like, I mean, and he's mad. He big mad. I haven't said nothing to him, but it's because I was gonna speak. I was gonna say, "Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing?" But he acting like he mad. The energy that he presented was he's angry because what he told me was, At the end of the day, he didn't say that, but he said in a real harsh voice, like he had authority over my life. He said, you're going to start the program next year, and that's that. And I didn't say anything when he said it. I just let his authoritative voice linger in the air. After he said it, it got quiet on the phone. And I was like, no, I don't have to start next year. I could still start this year. He said, well, you can talk to the dean, but I don't think that's going to do you any good. Why he said that? Because he was going to put his 2 cents in it. I wasn't going to talk to the dean. I had already made up my mind that this is not the school for me because you guys are doing too much. You guys are, you got to realize something. Sometimes people act like they're doing you a favor and they're holding you back. Now, I hate to say this, but at the end of the day, I'm going to say it like a T.I. is. Sometimes black folks call themselves helping you and they really not. They're holding you back or they're making money off of you. The last 2 classes that I took, I don't even need those classes. They're not even prereqs. So I don't even know. See what I'm saying? They were making money off of me. As long as I stay in there and keep doing tests with them and taking classes I don't even freaking need. And then you're going to have me wait for a whole year? Because guess what? Then you're thinking I'm going to take some more tests and all this other stuff. Because they thinking now you're comfortable. He probably was texting the dean. So, they act like they did something. Oh, we're going to grandfather your A and P in. And they said they did. Now he's probably texting them saying, take that A and P off her transcript. Because she's trying to transfer, which he can't stop. Trying to transfer her transcript over to another school. Well, let's just take that A and P off because she took that A and P 18 years ago. We're just going to take it off of there. I'm pretty sure he made that. See, because once they put it on your transcript, they're supposed to keep it there. But I promise you, he was probably so I'm not going to be surprised if my A and P is not on there. But the school I'm going to offers A and P. Let me tell you something. When you're sick and tired of people, you remember when I told you when a person being abused and they be like, oh, I don't know what to do. Quit talking to them. Oh, I don't know what to do. And then next week you see him back with the same person talking about, he cute. He got some pretty eyes. Girl, he love me. He said he ain't going to do it again. Girl, I'm going to give him another 10. I'm going to see what he going to do. I'm going to give him another 10. Girl, when they do what they do, believe it. Believe it. No, I ain't going to take it to the news, girl. You know what I'm going to do? Other people going to have to learn just like I learned. Because people, let me tell you something. You can find a no good pastor in a church. Go try to tell the people in the church that's a no good pastor. They will hurt you. That's how this world is. They go, and you know what? And you'll be the outcast. If you've ever done something like that, you'll be the outcast. So you know what you do? You move in silence. So, and I mean, just in everything. It's just like when you finna leave a person that's abusive. You don't go tell the whole world, I'm finna leave him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to call the police the next time he hit me. Because next time, he's ready for you to call the police. So, ain't going to be no phones in the house. He going to have the phones cut off. Or he's going to take the phones out. Or whatever. You can't, no. Just, you know what I'm saying? And you got to remember who you're dealing with. You can't just sit there and make a whole big problem for yourself. Come on now. Come on. Because at the end of the day, when God tells you something, whatever God told you, can't nobody stop you. You already anointed in that situation. It's going to happen. Who, it doesn't matter who you're dealing with. You don't have to go fight a whole army to get something done, you guys. Understand what I'm saying? Just walk in faith, know that he told you, and you just keep going. If they don't understand it, he big mad. He's sitting over there mad. He ain't even spoke to me. He didn't say hi, how you doing, good morning, or anything. Then the girl that he was supposed to be talking to was on the phone, talking on the phone. She had to move out the way, like I was being rude, talking to the receptionist about what I need. She's like I'm on the phone. Chick, this is a business. You shouldn't even be on the phone. Let alone, I'm not finna hush because you on the phone. Go over there. But I didn't say nothing. I just had to talk a little louder and say, yes, I'm here to, I need to transfer my school credits, my transcript over to some, I need a official transcript. And his ears, you know what? If he was a cartoon character, his ears turned green like, listen, listen, listen to whatever she said. Act like you're busy. Act like you're talking in a conversation. But make sure the ears is all the way, the volume is all the way up on high. Because I need to hear what she's going to say. Just in case she getting ready to get busy. Baby, there's nothing to get busy about. I need to transfer all my credits somewhere else. Let's do this. She gave me the paper. I went around the corner. Once I went around the corner, the lady at the business office, I'm sitting down, and let me tell you something. People, when they're in a position, I'm a nurse, so I know how it works. Before you make it to your next destination, they already know you coming, and they're going to help you, but they're going to be really relaxed because you're thinking you're around the corner, then you're dealing with somebody else. So, check this out. So, I get around the corner, and I'm sitting down. So, this other black lady, she calls my name. She says, Sonny, come on. Now, see, I'm not stupid. He's the biggest advisor on campus. He's probably going to be the dean one day. I'm serious. I kid you not. I know people and their maneuvers. He done moved out a cubicle into an office with walls. So this man is the biggest advisor on campus. Trust me, I know. That's why I dealt with him. When he tells people to move, they move, you know. I needed that English comp. He got me in there when it was all filled up. He's like, make it happen. She's golden. What he was saying is, we got the money. Let's get this money. Get her into class, you know. Because they all know, even though that you got 21, 22 students, 5 of them's going to drop. Let's get as much as money as we can. While you know, this is golden. Let's do this, you know. But thank God I got that English comp. Now I ain't got to take it. And I got an A in it. Thank you very much. So I get over there to the business office. And so the lady was like, okay, that'll be $11. Such. She says, by the way, listen, family, listen. She says, by the way, can I ask you, because I put on the paperwork, listen, send it to my address. I didn't want them to send it to a school. See, as long as you don't open it up, it stays official. So send it to my home address. So she says, now check this out. Can I ask you what school you're going to go to? Think on that for a minute. Just think. She asked me, I kid you not, she asked me, what school are you going to? Like we're going to just do some Small talk. I don't know this woman from a can of paint. She asked me that. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? Yeah. She asked me in a real subtle way. By the way, can I ask you what school are you going to go to? Yeah, he probably told her, find out what school or ask her what school because she's, you know what I'm saying? Trying to throw darts. So I told her, oh, Hutch, online for Hutch. She said, oh, okay. Yeah, she was trying to get brownie points. He was probably texting her. Hey, ask her what school she's going to. Or ask her where she's transferring her things at. You know what I'm saying? So they could have full conversation. Now, y'all know, never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, that's how they move. It's just like when you come into the facility, before you make it to the residence room, my boss already know. We're already on the phone. When I make that phone call, when I make that initial phone call and say, okay, this is what's going on. We got trouble. Da, 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 da. While you're on the wait and I'm looking up stuff, they already telling me, do this, say that, don't say this, go there, do this. It happens every time. Just like when the report came in that KP had broken ribs or whatever. Before I called the family or whatever, I called my boss. Hey, he got minimum fracture of the fourth and the fifth rib, blah, 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 blah. They're like texting me, say, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Hitting all the points. Go in there, look at his body. That means head toe assessment. Go in there, see if anything's in the room out of place. Okay, call the doctor, call the family, call hospice, call this, such. You know what? By the time I got off the phone with the family, all those things was already done. Call the pharmacy, stat that medication. You know what I'm saying? Quickly. It's all done. She didn't get the phone call till 10 o'clock. I got the report at 8. By 10 o'clock, everything was done. We're just charting now. So don't ever think you running up on somebody. She may not know the whole dynamic of what was going on or how mad I was or anything. He probably like, if she gives you any trouble or anything, just text me yap or come or whatever, and I'll be right on over there to handle the business, the problem or whatever. Wasn't gonna be no problem. I have a right to transfer my stuff to another school, pay my money, just do it, and I'm done. I'm out, I don't need to talk to no success coach. I don't need to talk to you. We don't need to say hi. We don't say bye. You're mad. I'm not mad. I should be because I have to change everything up. I have a right to be mad. But at the end of the day, you guys, I told you this. I told you before it ever happened. I went to go see my success coach on the day I was supposed to take the test. And I canceled taking the test that day. But I went and see my success coach on the very next day. She was already talking to me like, you're not going to get in there. And I couldn't understand why. I haven't even took the test. She was like, you can go to another school and I understand. And I was like, I thought you was calling me in here to say, keep going, you got it, it's your birthday. It ain't your birthday, but we're going to celebrate it anyway. You got all A's, straight A's, you go girl, you can do this. She's sitting there like, you can go to another school. And I would understand. And I'm like, why are we talking about another school? What are you saying to me? That's a red flag. She's saying, but she's not saying. Don't listen to what she's saying. Listen to what she's not saying. She's not saying why you're going to have to go to another school, but it's already written. You're not getting into this school. I told you guys that a whole week. Then I went and took the test. It was March the 27th. I went and took the test April the 4th. March the 27th, I was supposed to take the test. March the 27th. I went and seen my success coach March the 28th. She was sitting there like, well, you can get into another school. I ain't even took the test. What are you talking about? You guys understand what I'm saying? I don't have to put everything together. That's what okay, I'm not going to say just black folks cuz white folks do it too. Or Caucasian folks or everybody do it. But black folks have a problem with everything's got to fit to make sense. You got to make sense of it to move forward. I don't have to make sense. I'm not sitting here trying to say there's a conspiracy against me. I'm saying, yeah, she said it without saying it. I read between the lines. You're not coming here. You're not. Who's going to wait a whole year? It was already, that they had already planned. They done already had a meeting. Trust and believe. I'm not stupid. I talked to my husband about it, and we sitting there, and we was just shaking our head, and I was like, honey, what am I going to do? I'm mad, because I thought that everything was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? Is it because I'm black? I don't know. Is it because, I can't tell you why, but I knew right then when I came home from that meeting, and I came on the live, and I told y'all, I said, there's a problem. Houston, we got a big problem. I am not going to be going to that school. And I don't know if you guys understood what I was saying, but I was like, I can't even explain it, but that whole meeting was supposed to be about, you go, keep going, you're doing well, let's celebrate. Here's a certificate for you to go get ice cream, some cake on us, you're on the dean's list, keep going, keep going, keep going. So you got the intuition that next week I'm not gonna take this, I'm gonna take the test. And it wasn't gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah. Trust and believe. People set up barriers for whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, the decision was made way before I even got to that meeting. And I knew it. Like I said, unless somebody tell you, you're not going to know why. I don't need to know why. I knew. And when I see those red flags, I'm already making plans. I had already started calling the school, finding out what I can do, what I can't do, where I can go, where I can't go, because every school has different prereqs or whatever. And then, it is what it is. So anyway, did it waste my time going there? No, it didn't waste my time, because I got my English comp out the way. I got physiology out the way. I got nutrition out the way. I got what else was it? I got out the way. I got some other classes out the way. I got all of those out the way. And maybe A and P's out the way. But I'm going to tell you right now, people's like, nope, guess what? I almost can almost I can't guarantee it because I don't know how angry this man is. But I know he's angry. So I know he's probably, let's take that A and P off because, we were trying to give her that. We were giving her something. You wasn't giving me nothing. I already had took A and P 18 years ago. You want to grandfather it in and everything because that's the only reason why I really wanted to just stay in there because that class by itself is $1,000. When I get done with taking this RN, I'm in debt for 40,000. So when anybody want to say something, no, I'm not going to be able to go to school free on the government because the school that I'm going to is private. So I'll be paying that money, $40,000. But I'm okay with that. But see what I'm saying? I can go to a school, wait a whole year, and it'll be free. Or I can go to school this year and I'm gonna be paying 40,000. Some people will sit there and go, I'll wait a year, SP, and I'll go next year because it'll be free. No, because here's the thing. First of all, I'm not gonna give them energy or power over me. Period. Maybe I can get a scholarship. Maybe, maybe not. But when you procrastinate and you don't keep going, the speed that you're going to have problems. It's just like you're in a car going down a hill, you're going 90 miles an hour. Try to stop on a drop of a dime. You can't. It's going to be very hard. If you stop on a dime, the car is going to flip. No matter how good your brakes are, if you can stop on a dime, the car's going to flip. You got the energy that you possess right now because of something that's motivating you in your heart that God has given you. You keep going because guess what? If He told you you can have it, you can do it, then you can possess it. Then only thing you got to do is trust in Him. And guess what? Doors will open. People will get out of your way. It may not happen the way you think it is. You quit letting Him be the co-pilot, let Him be the pilot, and you just keep going. And you keep going. And you keep going. And He's going to open up doors. And any red flags that you see, you're going to see those red flags. And you're going to reflect from them. Get away from them. You see people talking crazy or something, you go, okay, you ain't got to speak on everything. Matter of fact, you sometimes some of you guys probably need to start a channel so you can speak on this stuff. But at the end of the day, you're gonna deal with people that has a hidden agenda in your life. They are appointed to make your life miserable. They don't know this, but at the same time, they said, "There, we were helping you. You're just so disrespectful. You're just gonna up and leave. Now, why are you mad? Before I even entered, you didn't even know I even exist. Now that I got in touch with you guys, went through your little program, you got my money, took classes I really didn't have to take, blase, blase, it all gonna help at the end of the day. I did learn some stuff, thank you, but you got money. You didn't give it to me. You didn't give me anything. I earned everything that I worked for. So I learned some more stuff and new stuff, and it's going to help me along the way. Now, guess what? I closed that door, and I'm going to open up this door. I don't know if it's going to be better. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be worse. I don't know. But what I am going to do, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going down that hill. And I'm going 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. I'm not finna stop. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to keep going. There's little bumps in the road that slows me down. I can step on the brakes, but I'm still going. Okay? And that's life. That's life. Now, here on the other end, we're talking about Cairo here. And I had to think about some of the things that Tina said. What happened? We don't know what happened. But they were saying, and I went and listened again to the family of Cairo, and they were saying they didn't see nothing. She was a good mama. Another good mama. All these good mamas. You know? I can tell you a half decent mama is one that is hurt. But at the end of the day, they may not never tell you that they hold themselves responsible or whatever. And but they do. They don't have to say it to you or me. And that's April Thomas. I guarantee she knows she made the biggest mistake, and I've only said that about that girl. Now, I done showed y'all where she at the cash house because she was. Talking about Nolan, Nolan, take me home. Take me home. Nolan, take me home. You know, and you know what they say without saying Nolan's a good person. I'm going to tell you right now. He's not going to say nothing nasty about that girl. He's not going to say nothing nasty about that girl. Nolan from the north, you guys. He from up here. And and everybody said Nolan packing some good stuff. I believe he is. I didn't say it. I matter of fact, who said it was what's Nolan's friend's name? What's that boy's name that be talking about Facebook, Blue Book, the blue app, the food, Facebook. What's his name? We made a commercial about him. Vito. Y'all didn't even know his name. Y'all sitting there listening. Y'all couldn't even remember Vito's name. Vito. Vito said he got Donkey Kong over there. You know? Make all the women say, ooh, Nolan got Donkey Kong. She said, I forgot. I know you did. Yeah, Nolan got Donkey Kong over there. He got long time. He got good long loving. Them girls like, Nolan, take me home. Nolan, take me home. Nolan, like, didn't you drive over here? Why would I take you home and you drove over here? I'm not going to drive your car home and then, now I'm stuck with you or what. He trying to do is, Nolan sharing stuff over there. Nolan called in and Nolan said, now that wasn't her. I said, yeah, it was, Nolan. He said, no, it wasn't. I said, Nolan, why you? He was like, look, there's some people that wasn't supposed to be here, be there, or whatever. Could you just, Nolan, that was that girl. He was like, no, that wasn't April. Everybody know April. And I could say some stuff, but it would be nasty. Cause she told everybody she was gonna have some sex with my husband. That's what April said. I told her to wash her tail first. Ooh. Lord. Because 40 will get you 50. Anyway, I told her don't play with me. And she left me alone. Well, yeah, she left me alone. Because I never really was after her in a bad way, because I did feel sorry for her. I really did. She made a bad decision. She did. She made a really bad decision. And Cupcake had to pay for that bad decision. I don't know why she thinks she got it going on. Girl, please. I try to get my husband. I show my husband her picture or whatever, and told him what she said, and he just, my husband. He's not gonna say nothing. He is a good man like that. He's not gonna say nothing negative about a female. He just said, "Oh," he was like, "Well, that's not what I like." That's what he said, and he left it alone. Yeah, he's like, "That's not what I like." But you know, I wouldn't want him to say something negative anyway. But I did let him know what she said, just in case, like things got busy or whatever, you know. hmm But Cairo didn't have a chance with these women. There was nobody to look at these red flags. Nobody. Even the police did not know they had left that child in danger with the so-called aunt, Don Coleman. And she's sitting up there in court looking silly, just like the mama was looking. She looking at the judge like somebody's doing her wrong. Your fingerprint all on the trash bag where y'all done put this kid in. And you know what? I don't know if she gonna get life in prison, but I believe she gonna get life in prison. Even if she's not able to stay in court, she's gonna spend the rest of her life in prison. Whether she acting crazy or not. And that's where she's supposed to be. And I'm just saying, you know, and she goes to court on not okay, so she got 3 weeks. She goes to court April the 25th. Let me see if there's any updates on her or on this case, you guys. Let's just see. Let's just see real quick. Dejon Anderson update. Dejon Anderson charged with killing her 5-year-old son, Cairo Jordan. Cairo. I don't know why I call him Cairo. It's Cairo. It's like the syrup called Cairo. Uh, and abandonment of his body in a suitcase. Oh, there's an update April the 2nd. Here, let me see what it says. She looking at the judge. Let me see. Man, this is crazy.
We're confident, I'm confident, personally, that justice will be served in this case, and we just keep looking forward to that day.
I think as a prosecutor and my staff, we always feel the pressure of doing what's best for the community and getting justice for victims. This case, since the beginning, as some of you have mentioned, was extremely important. It became this little boy who, for the first few weeks, we did not even know who he was, became one of ours, as in the community. Washington County community is a great place with a lot of great people that stepped up and really took this little unknown child in, as far as arranging funeral services and burials and things that any little boy in that situation should have. And then, of course, once we were able to make identification through the work of the detectives and individuals involved, I think even more so, the community members then had a name, and he's still part of this community. So
His name is Angel.
that's very important. That's something small, rural areas such as Washington County that a lot of people across the country have never been to or wouldn't even know where we're at. Um, there's a lot of great people here, and they've really come together and take this case to heart.
Wow. Wow. That's what they say on that. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Yep, that was the end of that. It says Dejan Anderson Luda. Her middle name is Luda. Lud Ludai. Ludai. Dejan Ludai. Ludai. Ludie. Ooh, who gonna name them first? Their child Ludai. Ludai. Dejan Ludai Anderson, mother of the 5-year-old who was found dead inside a suitcase in southern Indiana in April 2022, announced plans to represent herself in her pleading murder trial at her arraignment Tuesday. At the same time, she also claimed that she was under surveillance by the U.S. Space Force and the National Security Agency for several months leading up to her capture by U.S. Marshals last month. She was arraigned in Washington Circuit Court on multiple felony charges, including murder, while Judge Larry Medlock asked Anderson to put a request for self-representation in writing. He said he would also ask a member of the Public Defender Office be assigned to her case until Anderson can demonstrate she could competently act as her own defense, or if a private attorney is hired. Based on what I've heard, just heard, see what I said? The judge said, based on what I just heard from her, Anderson appeared in court after nearly 2 years on the run. So when Medlock asked for Anderson to identify herself, she replied with another name beginning with Princess and said she was representing the entity of Anderson. She said she was not under the influence of any alcohol or substances at the hearing. Prosecutor Tyra asked for the bond to be set at a very difficult, if not impractical, amount, given Anderson being able to hide from law enforcement for nearly 2 years since the discovery of Jordan. On April the 16th, Anderson's son, Cairo, was discovered in a heavily wooded area in Washington County, Indiana, approximately 25 miles northwest of Louisville. His body was inside a suitcase with "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada" painted on its shell. This little boy, who for the first few weeks we did not even know who he was, became one of our own in the community, Hunt said at a news conference after the arraignment. During Anderson's arraignment, multiple residents of Washington County were inside the courtroom, some even wearing custom-made shirts for Jordan. Sergeant Carey of the Indiana State Police previously said Jordan died due to an electrolyte imbalance, most likely caused by gastrointestinal which is an infection, you guys. Anything that has a titus in it, it's an infection. So that's what you learn from your medical term. You take the first word, which would be your prefix, which would be gastro, your interword, which would be gastroenter, which would be the inside of the stomach, and titus, meaning infection. So that's how you know what something is. You don't have to be smart. You just got to know what the prefix is. The root word is enter, and the suffix is titus. So it's gastroenteritis, which in common layman's terms would be vomiting and diarrhea, and that resulted in dehydration. Once Jordan was identified, police announced, I don't know why they didn't put on her charges that she did not get the child any medical attention. That should be a charge too. She should have sought medical attention. But once Jordan was identified, police announced Anderson and her friend Dawn Elaine Coleman of Shreveport, Louisiana, were considered suspects. Both women had published several social media posts that referred to a child as a demon and an avatar playing a character. Ahead of Jordan's death, according to Coleman's arrest affidavit, at one point, Anderson is alleged to have written a post that referring to writing a book about living with a demonic child. Fingerprints matching both Coleman and Anderson were found within the contents of the suitcase, according to an arrest affidavit for Coleman, and the posts from their Facebook accounts were obtained after a search warrant was approved. Additional posts published before Jordan's death to social media pages that paired operated showed photos of Anderson with her son as well as photos of Coleman with the Las Vegas suitcase. This case is a slam dunk. And I seen Coleman on there, and the suitcase was in back of her, and she was bing. She had a little thing that she go. I ain't got nothing to make that noise. She would do that. She would go, okay, we're calling the spirits, and this is what's happening. And yeah, I was like, what the heck? And I seen the suitcase up there. So they can't say they didn't have that suitcase. But let me see. They said, but they didn't say how long that post was there before this baby came up gone. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. They're going to show that same suitcase. And they got the picture of the suitcase and everything, you guys. I'm serious. Then it says the posts from the Facebook accounts were obtained after a search warrant was approved. Additional posts published before Jordan's death to social media pages. The pair operated show photos of Anderson with her son, as well as photos of Coleman with the Las Vegas suitcase. So Coleman was arrested in late 2022, but Anderson could not be located by law enforcement until she was arrested in March by the U.S. Marshal Service in California. While arguing for a high bond, Hunt said Anderson is not and has not been a resident of Indiana and should be considered a flight risk. Objecting, Anderson said, she said, I object. Anderson said she object. Anderson said she should not be considered a fugitive during that nearly 2-year period because she was under surveillance by the U.S. Space Force and the National Security Agency. After the court hearing, Washington County law enforcement said these claims were untrue. This is not a valid legal objection. If you want to represent yourself, this is what the judge said, you're going to have to learn the rules of evidence and the rules of the procedures. Medlock said, that's the judge, if you conduct yourself like this and make these types of objections, you have no chance in the world. No bond was set, and Medlock reprimanded Anderson back to the custody of the Washington County Sheriff Department. After the hearing, Halls and Hunt thanked local law enforcement for bringing Anderson back to Washington. When asked whether she was surprised by Anderson's behavior in court, Hunt said, I'll let those statements and videos speak for themselves. Law enforcement and the prosecutor's office declined to give any details of Anderson's capture or upcoming litigations moves in court. In November, Coleman pleaded guilty to the charges of conspiracy to commit murder in relation to Jordan's death and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Coleman will serve 25 years with 5 years suspended to probation per the terms of her plea agreement. Hunt declined to answer whether Coleman would be called to testify during Anderson's trial. A pre-trial conference has been set for April the 25th at 9 a.m. Anderson's trial date has been scheduled for August the 6th. So she got April, May, June, July, August. Boy, they going fast. They are moving fast with this one. I ain't seen one this fast in a long time. I'm serious, you guys. Anyway, I wish I wish that Daddy would took it out emergency custody. That's my ceiling fan. That's what Dominique said to Two Gun Vito. Yes, he did. He said he bought that ceiling fan. He a man. He a man. So you guys, we were just going over some things, and like I said, I always try to share something that's realistic that maybe somebody, it's a little bit small. You may understand why I break it down, but in every time when we're looking at these cases and we're going through things in life, I try to get a understanding by what I'm going through, how people are acting, how they maneuver, and everything, and it makes me understand how I should react. And I hope that you guys, I mean, whether you're out there in the public and you have to deal with people, be very cautious of who you come up to, because you don't know what they thinking. You don't know what they going through. You don't know if they getting ready to go off, hit something or whatever. That's why I don't argue with people. If I'm going to argue or something, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'll let you say what you say, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say too. You're going to let me say. You're not going to interrupt me and I let you speak. Whether I'm in my home, my channel, my car, my job, with my kids, at the store or whatever, I give everybody the respect. And then when I'm speaking, let me speak. Don't interrupt me, because right now you want to hold on to something I just said right that moment. Let me finish my sentence just like I allowed you. And when people don't let you do that, they're usually angry and they got something to hide. Remember that, okay? That's not always true, but majority of the time, that's true. That's why I be trying to share with you guys, when we come on the panel, when we having conversation, it's only a conversation if you're giving each other respect and let them get out what they need to say. Don't say, excuse me, I'm sorry, excuse me, and then you button in. Let them finish their sentence, because I don't want to forget what I got a point. No. Let them finish what they're saying. Unless you're trying to argue. If you're not trying to argue with them, let them finish saying what they're saying. And you can figure out people really easy when you're trying to say something and they don't let you speak. They want you to hear them, but they only heard what they wanted to hear out of your mouth, but they got a point right there. But you don't have a point, because a half-baked cake is not good to eat. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, if the recipe calls for you to keep this cake in the oven for 20 minutes, you can't take the cake out in 10 minutes and say, well, you didn't make the cake right. Let them finish the full conversation. Just like you don't want to eat a half-baked cake. You want the cake to cook for 20 minutes. Then the cake is eatable. A half conversation is not going to make sense. Yeah, maybe I did put eggs in there and I put vanilla in there. Yeah, that is a point. But, okay, let's wait until the cake is done and then make your point. Because you can always go back and say, you put eggs in there and you put vanilla in there and you put some flour in there. Yes, I did. But let you know what I'm saying? But when people don't give you if you give them the floor and they don't return the favor, pretty much take over the conversation or walk away. If you're on your platform or you're at your home, you don't give somebody the option to take over. You can, just like if me and, like, say for instance, me and Tina Powers was in a conversation over the phone and she won't let me get 2 words in. I'm not going to talk to her for so long. If I'm like, Tina, can I say something? Yeah, but let me finish. Okay, I'll let you finish. Are you done? Okay, so let me say something. But I say, Tina, I let you finish that. Let me finish. But I need to say something. Click, because the conversation is done. Conversation only comes when you have two people agreeing to respect each other, regardless of whatever you're doing. You don't have to like it. There's people I talk to and I don't like what they say. You know what? I still give them the floor when it's time for them to talk. And when I get done giving them the floor, I make the decision if I want to talk to them after that, call them up again or not call them up again, block them or whatever. But I'm not going to let you holler at me or tell me what I'm going to do and then we can't have a conversation. Because people think that they're powerful in their words and they can persuade you and their authoritative voices, their everything. Does that stuff work? It definitely do. I had to make a phone call today to somebody. Basically, without saying, I'm not finna play with you. We're either going to do this or we're not. But I need to know right now because my money is already invested. I'm not finna play with you, boy. What do you want to do? Because right now, 500 of your money is gone. Do you want to pull out? Because we're finna spend $1,500 more. But you're not gonna call me every day talking about what. No, it's gonna take time if you want it done and right. Now I need to ask you, what do you want to do? And what did he say? Let's keep going. I want it. Okay. This is what I try to tell you guys. Don't go down the hill 90 miles an hour and want to stop. You want to stop? I'm not going to keep going with you. And you want to stop. And let's think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, you can't have a double-minded. You can't be double-minded in anything that you do. Basically, number one, you talk it over with the Lord first. Period. Point blank. That is not something to negotiate about. No, if he's with you, without you, with him, you with him, this is something you're supposed to be doing or not doing or whatever. Once you get the green light, and whether you see red flags or not, if you got that green light, then that's what you need to do. And if you want to do anything else, you got to go talk to somebody else because I'm not on board. That's why anytime I'm doing something, I don't care what the damages is. I'm going forward. I don't care what it looks like. In everything. And it don't have to be going the way I want it to go. Trust and believe. I'll be looking at stuff, my marriage, my kids, buying a house, getting into business, this. It ain't going the way I want it to go. But you don't see me running. I'm a very loyal person. People be saying, oh, you're better than me, SP. You're better than me. No, I'm not. It's just because, guess what? I've already talked it over with the Lord. When I used to not talk it over with the Lord, that's when I would bail camp. Because I know this is not something. I didn't want the God that I know to tell me no. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And guess what? It wasn't working out. You know what I'm saying? But when I talk it over with the Lord first, I'm going 100. I'm there 100 no matter what. You can act up a fool all you want. You can bail camp. You can say, SP, I'm not with you. I'm still going to be here tomorrow. Thank you, Sanja. She said a double-minded person is unstable in every area. Yep. So once you talk it over with the Lord and he says yes, can't nobody tell me no. You can tell me no, don't mean nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. That's why sometimes people be like, oh, SP, why do you stay in your marriage? I say, hey, I asked the Lord about it. And he didn't have a problem with it. If he didn't have a problem, I don't have a problem either. Everything ain't going to be rosy every day, all day. It just ain't. You be ready to run and bail camp and throw in the towel and all that other stuff. I'll be right there. And whenever you get done, I say, well, you know what? I gave it all I could. I can't make you stay. I can't make you think anything different. Ain't gonna do it. It ain't my job to do that. That's not my job. My job is to tell everybody basically how good God is and how we, you know what? Let me tell you something, you guys, before I leave. I'm going to get off of here because I need something real quick and I know it's not here. Um, there's this guy, and you could probably pull it up on your app or whatever on your phone. This guy, I think he's like 63 years old, and he was collecting pennies. And what he would do would find pennies. He didn't want people to give him pennies. And for, I think he said for 45 years, something like that. I was reading it yesterday. If he found a penny or something, he would put it in a jar or something. He collect these pennies for 45 years or something like that. He's 63 years of age. And he loved finding pennies. And he found so many pennies. He said the reason why he loved finding these pennies was because every time he found a penny, it made him think to pray. Like he forgot to pray to God. So finding a penny, he would always thank God. Like, you know, I don't know if he thanked God for finding a penny or thank God for everything that God has given him, did for him, or whatever, or he spoke to God. It reminded him to talk to the Lord, basically. I'm just telling you guys, I read stuff all the time. And so I like to share this stuff with you. This is a true story. So this guy collected these pennies for 45 years. So when he got ready to redo his insurance, he had these 5 pound water bottles. They look like the water bottles that you get from the Culligan Man when you have one of those water spurt things. He had 15 of those filled up with these pennies. But when he went to his insurance company to reinstate insurance for his home, the insurance people would not give him the insurance because these pennies weigh so much money. And since he been collecting these pennies for 45 years, they're not worth probably what's inside of the jar. But to him, for 45 years keeping these pennies, and they was a collection, the insurance was like, we're not going to cover you on the insurance. You're gonna have to do something. So he went to 2-3 other insurance companies, and they told him the same thing. They will not cover his pennies on his house insurance plan, because if somebody robbed his house or something, the amount of what these pennies is worth, even though they're only worth a penny to us, it would be because he got 45 years into these pennies that he saved. And so these pennies is worth a lot. Not in real life, but in insurance money, it's worth a lot. It's just like if you got an old TV. I used to have an old TV. I bought it from a garage sale. It was one of those consoles that had the foot on, that had the foot that stands up, and, you set it in front of, your whatever. But it's set on the floor. They don't even make TVs like this so I had insurance on the house, and I had the TV, and somehow I had the TV plugged in. The TV still worked, but it was only it was color TV. I've got a color console right now that's only but 12 inches, and it's worth a lot of money. They're antiques. So this TV I had was an antique, and so the lightning struck, and all my lights went out, and I tried to turn on the TV, and the TV wouldn't work. I took the TV to the shop because I don't know. I'm pretty sure I bought it at some kind of garage sale or something, or auction, or my grandmother or my mom's or whatever. Nevertheless, I know I probably wasn't even worth $200 to $400, something of that nature. Anyway, I took it to the TV repair. They was like, it's shot. The electrical storm messed it up, and they was like, it's gone. So I called they were like, call your house insurance and tell them what happened, and they'll pay for it to get fixed, or they replace it or whatever. And I was like, okay, let me try. So I called my house insurance, and they was like, yeah, we can't replace this because it's so old and it's a lot of time in it. This TV is worth a lot of money. I said, okay. What we'll do, we'll go, you can pick out any TV you want from Best Buy. So you guys know what I did. I was like, okay, they sent me a catalog. I ended up getting a home theater TV downstairs. Right now, I still got it. If you guys ever go in my basement, I got this TV that's sitting on this mount, as big as the whole wall. And they replaced it for nothing. And this is when, and this is a flat screen TV, but I have it mounted because it's so huge, I didn't want my wall to fall. So I had a mount built so it'll hold that TV. But anyway, the TV is probably what, 92 inches or something of that nature or whatever. I don't know. It's big. It's big. It goes from one end of the wall to the other end of the wall. But anyway, you guys, and I got it for free. They came, brought the TV, hooked it up, plugged it up and everything, set it on the mountain, and that's all I got, that TV. But what I'm saying was the TV that I had wasn't even worth nothing. It was the time that was, when you have something that's old like that, when you put a lot of time into something, it's worth something to you. Maybe it's not worth nothing. Like I put it in the garage sale, it ain't worth nothing. Somebody wouldn't even give me $20 for it because it's an old TV. But because it was mine and it was in my house, the insurance got to pay me because there's not a price on it. Like if it came from my mom or my grandmother, there's not a price. Anyway, Sanja Watts, she done looked it up. She seen that guy, they counted all those pennies, and yes, it was $5,136.14 worth of pennies, right? But the thing about why I was trying to tell you guys this is because at the end of the day, this guy, I said to myself, he must have prayed 5,136 times to the Lord. Man, I don't know if I prayed 500 times, but it was just weird. It's just weird how these stories, you got to read them, listen to what people are saying and all that other stuff. And somehow, it'll make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, Soldier Girl. How you doing? Anyway, you guys, I forgot why I was telling y'all that. I went to that and went to this. But anyway, nevertheless, this guy saved $5,136.14 worth of pennies over 45 years. Anyway, yeah. So I am getting ready. I'm not really wanting to seek any more cases right now. I just want to get over. There's a case, and I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. There's a case I don't want to touch. It's just too traumatic. I don't like to be talking about death all the time. But we've got some cases coming up, and I don't want to get in the middle of them and then having to stop and that. And I think it's just going to be a peaceful time right now, you guys. But everything is getting settled. Everything is going good. We just got to always just keep going no matter what. It may not look good. When people say, oh, girl, things looking bad. Things looking bad. Things ain't looking bad. God got a plan for anything that you guys, that he wants you to do. If God ain't told you to put your hand on something, then guess what? Don't put your hand on it. No matter what. God ain't told me to put my hand on anything else. No time soon. And maybe it's because we need a break, and maybe he's like, get your house in order. Sometimes you got to get your house in order. Y'all be ready to sweep at somebody's porch, and your own porch ain't even taken care of. That don't even make sense, because before you come to my house, clean your porch. You know what I'm saying? Clean your porch. She said, push, y'all. Pray until something happen. Always stay in prayer. I'm going to get off of here. We're 34 minutes over our hour, you guys. It been nice. It's an easy, nice Friday. Let's keep it that way. We sometimes want to run to the drama, run like run into a problem. Hey, this is what's going on. I don't want to be sad for the rest of the day. You know, there's a whole bunch of kids out there. I'm gonna tell you guys, and I'm gonna tell you why I won't do it, because I feel a lot of bad energy around it. So there's a case where a lady allegedly supposed to, when we had the eclipse, she thought the eclipse was, the world was coming to an end. So what did she do? She had her kids in the car. She threw them on the highway. She goes over to her man's house, or her baby, or father, or husband, or whatever, stab him to death, and then she runs the car into the freaking tree. I don't want to talk about that. That's evil, 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 evil. It's kind of crazy. People be like, yeah, let's talk. Nothing good comes out of that. It's so much. You. I don't know if you guys know this, but in every case, it drains a lot of energy out of you. You can be tired, ain't cleaned nothing, ain't swept the floor, ain't vacuumed, ain't took the trash out, ain't went to the store, ain't washed clothes. It just drains you. You hear all this stuff, and then you wonder why you ready to go to bed. You sleepy. It's draining. It's drainful. So that's why sometimes I don't talk about some cases. Sometimes, like I said, if the Lord tells me don't put your hands on that, that ain't what it is, or whatever, I don't talk about it. Or everybody want to go this way with that, and that's not what it is. So I don't talk about it. Just like on Kylie case, or whatever her name is, everybody wanted to say, oh yeah, that girl was kidnapped and all this other stuff. And I was like, I'm not touching it. And then people were still coming. Oh, SP, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, that girl has not been kidnapped, y'all. Leave it alone. And I knew the girl had some issues. She has some problems in her head. No, 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 SP. You don't see what I see. I see somebody. I said, no, leave it alone. God ain't told me to touch that with that. That girl got some problems, y'all. And then when the girl got problems, everybody mad at her. She need to go to jail. No. Now, you know good and well Bozo is not on the interstate, holding a white baby with a diaper, and somebody feeding her Cheetos and stuff. You wanted to believe it, so you believed it. Be mad at yourself. Everybody know Bozo is not walking kids on the interstate. Anyway. Soldier girl, I'm not even gonna say nothing, girl. I'm gonna let you keep doing you for right now. Y'all give the devil a lot of credit, and then say, an understatement, but God. Okay. You know. She said, say it, SP. Well, listen, sweetheart. I'm not gonna give no energy to that entity. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna do it. Sometimes energy comes by just keeping the conversation about something. You know how sometimes people can get on your nerves, but the more you talking to them or talk about them or whatever, they blow up. Just like P. Diddy. P. Diddy's he gonna lose a lot of money because he gonna have to get attorneys or whatever. But at the end of the day, guess what? He getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because his name. Yeah, they trying to tear him up. and they gonna tear him up financially, you know. Um, but at the end of the day, in the entertainment thing, the more you talk about P Diddy, the more money he's gonna make. That's why when he say something, he was like, I'm trying to I'm gonna protect my name. I'm gonna protect my family. I'm gonna protect. You're protecting your money because his name is worth a lot of money. So every time somebody come on a live, they talk about him in court. The police want him bad. You know, Diddy and them been doing what they've been doing for years. His son, everybody around him, he's putting names out there, Oprah and Jay-Z and Blue and blah blah and this, that, and the other. He basically what Kanye West has said. All that stuff got some truth to it. Kanye West ain't broke. He done went and married some woman that likes everybody to look at her body and every time y'all look at her body and say, look what Kanye West doing to this woman. She look like a model. I think she's a freaking robot. I don't even think she real. Because they do now sell those robots that'll do whatever you want. Because she don't even look real. She looks weird. And y'all do know OJ died the other day. My girlfriend called me talking about they putting OJ all on TV all day. What's up with him? Is this the anniversary when he was running on the highway? I said, nah, girl, he died. She said, what? I said, he died last night of cancer. She was like, oh my God, I ain't even heard it. I said, yeah, they celebrating this man's death. You think she's an avatar? I think she's an avatar too. I don't think she's a real woman. And everybody ain't even thinking about that. They just looking at this woman taking off her clothes. And I be like, I don't even think that woman's real. She better go somewhere. I say, what you said? That's what it's all about. I got a $10 bill here. But he done peed off the powers that be. So nope, he's not made money on the scandal. They are bankrupting him. Yeah. The money, you don't know what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is it makes his name more of anytime, they're not gonna bankrupt that man. Please. Me and Lisa talk all the time. And Lisa said, they gonna kill him. That's what Lisa said. Lisa said, they gonna bankrupt him and kill him. Now, exactly. I'm see what I'm saying? People trying to say, I'm trying to say, oh, he making money. His name is his money. His name is getting bigger. His name is getting known. He's getting bigger by his name being put out there. If people are seeing your name, then guess what? Your name, that's why he said he's going to protect his name. He did not say nothing about, I'm going to protect myself. He said, I'm going to protect my name. I'm going to protect my family, which is his son, because they're trying to pull his son down. And you know what, you guys? Money is assets. He doesn't have $1 billion in cash. It's assets. Girl, that man got money. And he's got money. You don't know how much money he got. and he's not going to put all his money in the bank just so everybody can keep count of it. You look at Russell, what's his name, Wilson or whatever his name is. He went to a whole different country. He was like, I'm done. I'm not even gonna play with y'all. And guess what? If P Diddy wanted to do that, he could do that too. We're gonna talk about it Monday, you guys. Monday, be ready. I will be ready. Let me see. I got something to do. Oh yeah, my daughter, she's gonna have our opening Monday. We're gonna have all the time in the world. So we're gonna talk about P Diddy Monday. Yeah, P Diddy. You know what? I used to like P Diddy. I really did. I used to love because when he was younger, he had this. When he was younger, he had this party, and that's how he became famous. Not being an actor, writer, and producer or anything. He was a party planner, and he had big parties. Well, he had this real big party. Everybody loved his parties. He knew how to throw parties and stuff. Anyway, at his party, I think it was like 28 people died at this party. It was a stampede or something. And he did not want to do it no more. But he kept on doing it. He kept on doing stuff. He knew people and he got in there. I will see you Monday. She said, "Oh my God, I gotta go." What's up with you? Oh my Lord. Yeah, I remember him as Puff Diddy or whatever, Puff Daddy. Yeah, I was a fan of his, and then and I thought, okay, but he acted like he loved the Lord and he served God and all this other stuff, and you know but that kind of hurt him at the beginning. Now it doesn't faze him for stuff like that to happen, and money makes you who you are, and people do things just like that one girl, whatever her name is, Cassie or Cassandra, whatever her name is. She was with him for so many years. I can't remember how many years she was with him, but she was like, he did this to me, he did that to me, he did this, and this, that, and the other. Well, you know what? You stayed there because you had sex with his friend. You cut your hair off. You sold your body or whatever. Guess what? That's because while you were with him, like J Lo, because J Lo wasn't even nothing but Jennifer, Jenny on the block. Then all of a sudden, she J Lo. She said, "Yep, Cassie, rest in peace." Why you say Cassie, rest in peace? Cassie ain't dead. Soldier Girl, why you say Cassie, rest in peace? I thought they would kill her. She got a amount of money. No, Cassie's not dead. I thought she's gonna turn up dead though. Messing with him. If anybody got the goods on him, it would be her. Now everybody jumping on the bandwagon. And if I was J Lo, I wouldn't say nothing. J Lo didn't say nothing when she got out the relationship. She did. She got exactly what she wanted. She wanted those benefits because J Lo had just got a divorce from that other dancer. She thought she was really. I can't really remember. These people are so beneath me. When I say beneath me, it's like, they'll screw anybody to move up. You know what I'm saying? No, she ain't died. You good. She got that money. What she get? $30 million? He just gave her $30 million. Well, they didn't say exactly how much, but I'm pretty sure she was reaching for the stars. And she ain't never got to work no more. She done got that money and went somewhere. She better get her some security. Cassie did whatever it took to stay in there. She did whatever it took. Now, yeah, Kim Porter died. Kim Porter was the one that had all his kids, them twins and them kids. Now, and I always, and that's when I quit really looking at P Diddy in any kind of way, because I did think, and I didn't really say too much to people about it, but I think that they knocked Kim Porter off, because I don't even know how she died, but like, I didn't want to say too much because she got them kids and they love their daddy, and you know what I'm saying, and he does take care of his kids no matter what. He takes care of his kids, and it's a shame how that boy looked just like P Diddy. His son, that boy, you couldn't tell me that is not his child. That is P Diddy's boy, and them girls is too. He knows those are his kids. Cause he looked just like P Diddy. He matter of fact, he looked better than P Diddy. P Diddy looks raunchy to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All the money he got, he still looked kind of like dusty to me. You know what I'm saying? He could put on the uh, clothes that, guess what? His shirt probably cost more than my house. Everything that I possess. Just his shirt. Maybe his belt. Now, I wouldn't even say his shirt. Maybe his belt cost more than my house and everything I done made in the last 5 years. I wouldn't care. He just looked dusty to me. Like, he didn't used to look dusty. Maybe it's because he's getting older. I don't know. But, and he used to work out all the time. And he's starting to look dusty to me. Like, just dusty. She said Kim Porter is related to my husband's family. Oh, okay. But, at the end of the day, P. Diddy used to put out some good stuff. I haven't noticed nothing lately he put out really good. And so, because we're about almost the same age. P. Diddy's 54. He's 54 years of age. But we'll talk about it Monday, you guys. You guys want to come in here? We're going to talk about P. Diddy and everything that you guys know, what you believe, what you think, and everything. Let's come on in here. Because I know Lisa is following this so much. And the only reason why I want to talk about something like that instead of, these kids, Yeah, he's 54. And the only reason why I know that, I had just seen something lately on him. But, like, I used to know everything about P. Diddy when he was coming up. I read his biography, What is it? Is it the autobiography is when they write about themselves. And it's a biography when somebody else is by somebody else, right? Let me make sure. I needed to know that anyway, because that was something I need to know. So autobiography meaning so autobiography is an account of a person's life written by that person. So an autobiography, it wasn't an autobiography, it was a biography. Somebody else was writing about Diddy's life. And I had read a book on P. Diddy. When I don't just follow people just because they rich or they got money or and I always thought P. Diddy was a nice looking man. I like him. But he got them squinchy little eyes. His eyes done got squinchy. They're just not fully bloomed like eyes. He's got squinchy eyes, like almost like Biden's eyes. Your president. She said, I've been following this story, especially when names started rolling out. Girl. And let's see what the last thing that P. Diddy, what's been happening. Because every day, they've been having some stuff about P. Diddy. Update on P. Diddy. Okay, so fact check. Rumors new song from Justin Bieber's featured lyrics. Lost myself at a P. Diddy party. Here's what we know. So Little Rod, Diddy's lawsuit went from a GoFundMe to a $30 million scandal. Diddy's alleged model Jaden Ramsey denies sex work's claim. Mike Tyson moves Diddy's hand away from his butt in resurfaced clips. 50 Cent's joke. And we, you know what? They try to tell him and make him, and I do think that now, because a lot of people are saying stuff about Diddy goes both ways, and some people want to joke about it. But I mean, if I never would have thought that this man would want another man, but now I do believe, he do get off of making people do what he want, and it didn't matter if it came from a man or a woman or whatever. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's what he likes, I don't see nothing wrong with it. 50 Cent says, I love you, no P. Diddy at Dreamville case. Diddy lawsuit, okay, Mike Tyson move. But, he just don't look as good as he used to look. For some reason, he just don't look good. And he does. He done way too much. Hey, good evening, Monique. We were getting ready to get off of here. We're gonna talk about P. Diddy Monday. So you guys find out as much as you can. March 26th, what we know about the federal raids. Okay. So I really wanted to chit chat because I don't really do go back and do a lot of celebrity stuff, but we did follow Wendy Williams, and so we wanted to know about her. We were praying for her and things, and I don't wish nothing bad on P. Diddy. He is who he is. I don't wish nothing bad on him, but I do think that, money makes people be who they are. And he's got so much of it. Him and Jay-Z and, now on the rise now is Usher. Usher always had good music, you guys. You cannot deny. Usher, let her burn, let it burn, let it burn. And, we would be making fun about the herpes he has, and he was giving herpes away and all this other stuff. But Usher has really good music. I don't care, he makes really good music. And so we can talk about some of the people that has still in the top list. This will be Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Will I be at work? I don't work this coming Monday. On the 15th, I am off. She said, I'll be quiet about Diddy because I followed this case because Pastor, etc. has surprised. Girl, see, now you want to talk about T.D. Jakes? Are you talking about Pastor T.D. Jakes? Everybody know who you talking about. Yeah, Usher always take his shade off on stage too. Yeah, he do, girl. But and I think Usher's cute. He's got a warped head. His mama should have shaped his head a little bit better. But Usher is cute. He has a very pretty smile. Yep. I'm going to tell you guys something. There was this one kid that came to town. It was back in the day. I can't remember his name, but I took my daughter to that concert. And we was way up on the top. We was in the nosebleed section. But anyway, I told my daughter, tell him that you love him. And she was like, God, I can't remember that guy. He the one that came out with that one dance. God, I can't remember that kid's name. But she was like, Brown. What was the kid name? Last name Brown? Anybody in here? What's his name? You guys remember the kid that can dance real good? His last name is Brown. Come on, you guys. Somebody finna get a ticket. I'm gonna give a ticket away. What's his name? His last name is Brown. I got a ticket right here. First person, tell me who this Brown is. Not Bobby Brown. Nope, not Bobby Brown. I think it starts with a T. Chris Brown. Chris Brown, K and B. You got it. Chris Brown. K and B, you got a ticket. K and B. Ticket free. She figured out Chris Brown. I put your name on it. Your ticket number is 7929 710. Chris Brown. Yeah. Chris Brown. Chris Brown pointed at my daughter. My daughter was like, I love you, Chris Brown. And he's like, I love you too, baby. And he pointed at her. And girl, he was singing to her all through the whole concert. And she was like, ah. Do you know, my daughter was probably about maybe 12 or 13 years of age, right? Tell me why they thought. Now, I took my daughter to that concert. It was just me and the girls. It was a girls' night out. Tell me why they thought they was going to get their hands on my child. I know you lying. And my baby is cute too. You know? She's like, I love you, Chris Brown. Yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? They had their odd, when they come to these towns and they do concerts and stuff, they get these girls from these concerts that just love on them and love on them. They welcome them back. They can come to the backstage. They gonna have an after party. They invite them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was gonna get his hands on my baby girl. I said, I know you lying. Yep. I seen it for myself. My baby wasn't nothing but 12 or 13. Girl, you should have seen me. Like, that's when I was like, I'm not, I was glad I was there. And, that was our first time going to something like that. But if I had not been there, that's how these girls, these nice looking girls, get to go to these parties and concerts and stuff, because they know that they can get them. Hey Tina, what's going on? Oh, you can't get the ticket. She done already said it. K and B. Girl, she said it like 10 minutes ago.
Girl, okay, well, I'll let her have that. I'll let her have it. Yeah.
Well, at least you try. Yeah, Chris Brown, yep.
Chrissy Brown and Rihanna. And I don't know why you on J-Lo, because I love her perfume.
Girl, J-Lo okay. J-Lo is just now telling everybody how K&B laughing at you. She's like, aha, I got it.
I'll let you have it, baby. I'll let you have it.
She said, you ain't let me have it. I took it.
Okay.
But J-Lo, the whole time she was with P. Diddy, she didn't say none of this stuff.
No, she didn't.
She didn't say none of this stuff. She just left P. Diddy, and they act like they had, they just couldn't work it out, and she just kept on going,
There you go. Hey, P. Diddy, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he with Biggie Small?
Yeah, they thinking
Yes.
that's how Biggie died. They thinking that P. Diddy killed
It had
Biggie.
something to do with it. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, I got my godson here. He's not standing right here, but my godson months ago, before all of this, came out, he said he was telling me what P. Diddy was doing. He said, yeah, it's all true. He said, y'all want to know? And as soon as he said that, all of this came about. I said, kiss my tail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He
Well-
said P. Diddy did this, P. Diddy did that, and P. Diddy did a little something. And I was like, well, get out of here.
Well, let me tell you something.
No, it's true.
Well,
It's
here's
true.
Well, here's the thing. And Zena said Tupac too.
I don't doubt
Mm. Well,
it. I
see,
don't doubt
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, um, P Diddy don't have to make money off of uh being some kind of pimp. You know what I'm saying? These women will do what he asks them to do. You know what I'm
it. That's
saying?
true. That is true. That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
And when
true.
you have these parties, you want these parties that women that's already prostitutes and women that will do what you ask them to do. And that's just part of that type of entertainment parties, you know? You're gonna, when he throws a party, of course he's going to invite 50 prostitutes.
Of course.
You know, because these men that he know, you know, the singers and the rappers and all this other stuff, they want to get laid.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that's what he does for. He started doing that for a living. His parties was always like that.
I don't doubt it, SD. I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take Rihanna, you could take Chris Brown, you could take Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, you
Yeah.
could take whoever else, and they throw this big old party,
Yeah.
and that's what everybody doing, but everybody ain't saying not a word.
Right. And so Monday we're gonna talk about all this because Lisa when she explained to you what she know, I don't know if she's gonna come on or not, but explain to everybody her understanding of how this works, and you know she may have some insight of something like I just told you guys how Chris Brown tried to get a hold of my baby girl. I told him, I know you lying. She going home with me.
Well, I wish he would get a hold of me, but anyway, that's beside the point. But
Yeah.
anyway, anywho,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think he cute, and Genuine too,
Yeah, Genuine is cute, girl. Genuine is real cute.
girl. Come on now.
You know who is still cute?
Ooh,
The last time I went to Oklahoma, I went to their family reunion. They have a family reunion in Oklahoma every year. And they had I think his name was like Babyface or something. Babyface.
oh, girl.
He's
Lord
he's
have mercy.
he still is nice looking.
Girlfriend, let me tell you. Mm-mm-mm. Lord. Tracy, please. Girl, you.
Yeah.
Girl, honey.
Yeah.
Tracy. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
So you know what? You know
I
what I'm
Babyface.
gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to see if they're gonna have their family reunion this year. But see, I work every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Mm, yeah. Well, if I try to find out ahead of time, maybe I can trade with somebody or something.
Now, see, you made me lose my train of thought. Oh. I
I
know
would,
what I
I
was
would,
going to
I
say.
would bring y'all with me. I would.
Oh, Kenny Evans. Yes. Babyface, Kenny Evans. Yes.
You know who I would love to see? Kenny G.
Oh, girl, that white man can blow now.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, get your mind out the gutter.
I had
Okay,
this.
all right.
I had this guy that was a. He played the saxophone, and he could play it key by key, everything. Because you know Kenny G, his stuff is. I mean, it's hard to play his stuff, and this guy was gonna play it at my wedding, girl. He called on the day before my wedding, and was like, "I won't be able to do it. I'm stuck here," and blah blah blah. Girl, I was so mad. I was heated.
Oh, Lord.
Hmm. But that's okay. You know, that's okay. But we're gonna talk about it all Monday.
But yeah, I think Babyface and Tony Braxton had a thing back in the day, but y'all didn't hear from me
Oh,
allegedly.
you think so?
I know so.
Well, Tony
I
Braxton
know
is
so.
pretty. That's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yes, she is.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she got that
But anyway,
nice looking caramel looking skin, and She got a real nice personality, pretty smile. Yeah, pretty nice looking body. She not too fat, she not too small. She's just a little bit thick, but it's a good thick. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. She eating good.
Yeah, it's a good thick.
Yep.
Everybody when she came on with that deep voice, oh my God! Everybody was like, "Well, who that woman got that deep voice, and it sound good too."
Yeah, it does.
It knocked everybody out the ballpark. Everybody was talking about Tony Braxton,
Yep.
and she
I,
sings.
I had my suspicions about Babyface and Tony.
Mm,
It ain't surprising to me if they did or didn't.
right.
Because they were hanging together all the time. They was making music.
Yeah.
Once you make music, look, once you make music that good, what are you gonna do next?
Nothing.
That bad?
Nothing. Yep.
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 All right, girl.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, you guys, we are 2 hours into the live. She gave Anita a rump. Yes, she did. She did. We're going to talk about Monday. We're going to come in here. We're going to talk about P. Diddy and what's going on with P. Diddy. You guys get your facts right. You got homework. So you got all weekend to get your facts right. Tell us something that we don't know about P. Diddy and what you think about what's going on, what's going to happen to him, if anything's going to happen to him. Is he going to come up? Is he going to come dead? Or is he going to come up out of this thing? You guys, I'm out of here. Have a blessed weekend. It's good, you guys. Be good.